Finland need workers. That means Finland need more immigrants. But why? Because Finland is getting old. That means number of people aged 15 to 64 are getting less and less. We hear these statements very often from government officials nowadays that Finland need workers, Finland need more workers, Finland need highly skilled experts, etc. etc. However, this time the Finance Minister Annika Saarikko specifically mentioned Finland need workers even for the blue-collar jobs. She said that the fact is agriculture, manufacturing, social and healthcare and even mass transit in the capital region would not function. What did I just say? Would not function, will not work without foreign workers. Obviously, there are concerns in the Finnish population in general that if there are more foreigners in the country, then where Finns gonna go? How they will find the job? She said it would not hurt Finnish people employment prospects. Basically, what she's trying to say, we need both. We need Finns as well as foreigners. But there is a big question to be answered, that why government officials keep on saying we need foreigners, while some political parties such as Basic Finns or True Finns and some segments of the society might be against the idea of more immigration in Finland. They might support anti-immigration policies. So why the government is really focused that we need more immigrants, we need more workers? So there can be three major reasons. Number one is fewer people to support elderly people pensions. Okay, the working age people from 15 years of age till 65 years of age has fallen drastically. If we look at the demographic dependency ratio graph, which you can see on the screen now, here the orange represents portion of population age 65 years and above, while the blue represents the portion of population under 15 years. We can clearly see the situation was quite normal till 1960s. Afterward, the gap getting wider and wider and wider. So the gap between the two colors, as you can probably notice. So in short, we have more old people, 65 years of age and more, and less younger people to support those old people pensions with their taxes. So between 2010 to 2020, the number of working age people in Finland has fallen with a staggering number of 136,000. Okay, so what does that mean? That means the social support system will be unsustainable by 2070. That means the next 50 years, if this trend continues, then that system, which we call the welfare state system, will be unsustainable because there wouldn't be enough money to support those ever-growing elderly people. So, more working age people are required in Finland, more hands are required, more young people are required who can come, work, make money, pay taxes, so the system can work effectively without any disturbance. Okay, moving to number two, which is low birth rates. The second biggest problem is the low birth rates. We can see the total fertility rate graph here in the screen. The estimated number of children per woman is declining since 1950s. There can be multiple reasons for that. I'm not going into detail of that. That means smaller or lesser number of children are born every year in Finland, which leads to less young people joining the labor market. So, if a child is born today, after 15 years, that child will be ready for the labor market so he can do some job, earn a living for himself and obviously contribute to the society. But if there are no children born today, so that means there are short of workers. So there is a shortage of workers which can be fulfilled by immigration if properly planned. Number three reason can be high life expectancy in Finland, because people in Finland live longer. Women actually live longer than men. The life expectancy at birth is at 79 years for the boys and 84.6 years, almost 85 years for the girls. That was recorded in 2020. You can see that in that graph. So, women's live more than men. Here's an interesting immigration fact. Every seventh person aged 30 to 34 living permanently in Finland is of foreign background. In Greater Helsinki area, every fourth person aged from 30 to 34 was of foreign background. So basically, there are more people now of foreign background in Finland. Okay, on one side, people are coming to Finland, we call them immigrants. On the other side, there are people who are leaving Finland for better job prospects, moving to other countries where language barrier is not that big, So we also have the immigration problem. So the immigration and the language goes hand in hand. Let me give you an example. When a foreign student or worker come to Finland, they might study or learn some skill and stuff. Then they leave Finland towards the English-speaking countries such as UK, Canada and US. They study from Finland on the Finnish people tax money, but Finland is unable to make full use of their potential. Now, the answer to that is how much Finland is willing to compromise on the language condition. How much relaxation can be given in the language, how much they're willing to adapt and go on with the English or other language rather than putting the overall stress and emphasize on learning Finnish and Finnish and Finnish. This actually frustrates the foreigner who actually came here to study. They need quick results, which they can't get it, and eventually they end up leaving the country. That increases the immigration number. So if 10 people are coming and 7 are leaving, so we only left with 3. So that's why to cover that gap, you need more and more immigration. That is why the government officials keep on saying that we need more immigration. However, if they can work on the other side to stop and lower down the immigration numbers, then the situation can improve, which can cover the labor shortages and make the system sustainable at the same time. Second biggest problem here is how they deal with the racism, because if you go on social media platform, they are loaded, trust me on that, they are loaded with comments where foreigners tend to show their frustration and complain about racism in the job market, stuff. You can see a lot of comments, big comments, large comments. It seems to me they're spending more time writing those comments than actually working to find a job or doing something else. However, and sometimes it gets funny when normal Finnish people or some foreigners who actually found the job reply to them. So there is a lot going on, a never-ending debate, and not very fruitful one. And I even saw some Finnish people recommending foreigners, well, there are other countries in Finland, so you can go there. Guys, come on, what's wrong with you? You already have a guy in your country, somehow you marketed that quite well, the guy ended up here in Finland. Rather than helping him to get settled and adjusted, you're not helping your cause. You are just pushing him to leave. We already have a lot of people leaving Finland. Who's gonna live then? A lot of people are gonna leave. That's the problem. So they need to change their strategy a little bit, and the foreigners need to focus more on finding the job than actually writing on the social media platform that I'm not getting the job. You know what I mean?